Hi everybody, it's Beatley Dave, your friendly neighbourhood record collector, calling to you from Derby in the UK. Today I thought we'd have a look at a few CDs I got the other week. Unfortunately, because I've been really busy, I didn't have a chance to show you these before now. I've got all these from our local supermarket. Now when I bought them I thought they're brand new, but looking at them they actually say that they are pre-loved or pre-owned, but they are all sealed. I've only opened one. I actually bought these to listen to in the car. So the first one is Eric Clapton Unplugged. Some fantastic songs on here. You've got what we've got on it: Tears in Heaven, Layla, Nobody Loves You When You're Down and Out. What's the other one? Our Love. Let's have a look at the disc. Like I say, this is the only one that I've opened. So, love old Eric. Of course, MTV was like Unplugged was an MTV show, wasn't it? That's not bad, is it? That one was £2. Won't exactly say it's his greatest hits, but it's like some of his better known songs, isn't it? So like I say, that one was £2. Then we got this one. Now you'll all laugh and you'll go, you might be saying to yourself, Dave, why have you got a CD by Terence Trent D'Arby? One reason and one reason only. There's a song on here called Sign Your Name, which is that one there. And when me and Sue first started going out with each other, if there's a jukebox in the pub or something, we'd always put that song on. So it's got like a special meaning to us. Don't know what happened to him, because he was always like Tata's going to be like the next big thing, wasn't he? Like the next Michael Jackson or the next Prince. He had a couple of hits in the UK, and then that was it. You never heard of him again. Fantastic vocalist though, to be honest. Like I say, that one, Sign Your Name Across My Heart, is a bit of a special song for me, so that was £2, by the way. Next we've got The Very Best of Crowded House. Well, I presume that you know who Crowded House were. Very big in the UK. I don't know if they're big in America. I can't remember if it was from Australia or New Zealand. But they started out as a band under a different name called Split Enz, and had a massive hit in the UK with a song called I Got You. And then the two brothers that was in that formed Crowded House. Now the standout track for me on this one is a song called Pineapple Head, and it's very reminiscent of sort of like Free as a Bird or Real Love by the Beatles. If you didn't know any better, you would think it was a Beatles outtake. You've got some really good songs in here, like Weather With You, Fall at Your Feet, Locked Out, Don't Dream It's Over, Pineapple Head. What else is there that you might know? Four Seasons in One Day, It's Only Natural, Distant Sun, Something So Strong, Everything Is Good For You. Again, £2. I think they split up, didn't they? And then the two brothers tried to go solo. I think that's right, but I might be wrong. Then this one is Susie Sue's. This is Bon Jovi, Crossroads. Nothing to do with the UK soap opera of the early 1970s of the same name. I think this is a live album of like the greatest hits, because you've got things like Living on a Prayer, Keep the Faith, Always, Wanted Dead or Alive, Blaze of Glory, In These Arms, Never Say Goodbye. So I presume that is a live album. I don't think it's greatest hits, I think it's a live album like their greatest songs, isn't it? Again, he was in the news, wasn't he? Was it late last year? People saying they'd been to see him and his voice had gone or something. I do actually quite like Bon Jovi. Sue loves him. Sue, very big Bon Jovi fan. This next one, I'm ashamed to say, I've tried my hardest to get into Bob Dylan over the years. Got a few albums by his, and I will just play the odd song. I've tried to play the albums all the way through, and to me, I don't want this to sound odd, but sometimes they just sound a bit boring. I think it might be because in the UK, when Bob Dylan first started out, I think he was more famous in the UK for being a songwriter, i.e. a lot of people covered his songs. He didn't necessarily write them for him, did he? But, you know, the Hollies did a lot of his songs and, you know, people like that. The one I like is Lay Lady Lay. I do like that song. And I actually know that from, of all people, Duran Duran doing a version of that. But on here, yeah, I've got some of his, you know, better known songs. It's got Blown in the Wind, It Ain't Me Babe, The Times They Are A-Changing, and the Times They Are A-Changing. Mr. Tambourine Man, obviously that was a massive hit, wasn't it, worldwide. She Belongs to Me, It's All Over Now, Baby Blue. Subterranean Homesick Blues, I've got John Lennon singing that on a bootleg somewhere. One of Us Must Know, Like a Rolling Stone, Like a Rolling Stone. And the Rolling Stones did do a live version of that, didn't they? How does it feel to be on your own? Just Like a Woman, Manfred Mann did that, I think, in the UK. Rainy Day Woman numbers 12 and 35, and I Want You. So this might get me into liking him a bit more, don't I? I have tried, honestly. I've really tried, and I know in America is a cult hero and things like that, you know. Pardon me. But I still think in the UK a lot of people still think he wrote songs for other people. I'm not knocking him or anything. A very talented singer-songwriter, if nothing else. Of course, he was in the Travelling Wilburys, wasn't he, as well? And he was great mates with George, wasn't he? I think, didn't Bob Dylan turn the Beatles onto pop? As i.e., you know, wacky backy? Or is that just a myth? Yeah. In England, we did have an equivalent of Bob Dylan for a time, and his name was Donovan. Very similar sounding sort of records he used to make. Yeah, great bloke. I just wish that I could get into more. I've tried, so hopefully this will help me. Then we've got an album by Oasis. Now this is a later version of Oasis. It's this. What's this called? Don't Believe the Truth. Of course, the rumours are that Oasis are going to reform and do some shows and do the massive Nebworth Festival next year. How true that is, I don't know. It would be nice, but then again, what lineup? Because, you know, there's been a few lineups of that, haven't they? So you've got Turn Up the Sun, Mucky Fingers, Layla, Love Like a Bomb. The Importance of Being Idle. That was a great video to that song. The song was a fantastic song. Very sort of reminiscent of the Kinks in a lot of ways, that song. And the video to it, check it out on YouTube, is a cross between sort of like a Carry On film and a bit like Oliver. Well, to me it is anyway. Very funny. Brilliant video. The Meaning of Soul, Guess God Thinks I'm Able, Part of the Queue, Keep the Dream Alive, A Bell Will Ring, and Let There Be Love. Let There Be Love was a single, wasn't it, as well? Again, that was Pan, that one. Not bad, eh? And then, last but not least, we've got The Very Best of the Lightning Seeds. In fact, this is called Like You Do, The Very Best of the Lightning Seeds. Now, Terry Hall out the Specials and the Fun Boy 3 actually co-wrote some of the songs on this. Not all of them, just a few. So you've got What You Say, The Life of Riley, Lucky You, You Showed Me, Change, I think he co-wrote that one, Waiting for Today to Happen, Pause, Sugar Coated Iceberg, Ready or Not, All I Want, Perfect, What If, Sense, I think he co-wrote that one, Brain Drain, Marvellous, and Three Lines on My Shirt. And the supermarket we got these from is a supermarket in the UK called Asda. Only went in for a pint of milk. Bought a load of CDs, load of shopping, and we bought a table and chairs for outside, you know, like a patio table and some new chairs. So it was an expensive bottle of milk. Also, thank you to everybody that is leaving comments on the video I did yesterday about that video I saw where somebody was like recommending, if you're going to start collecting records, that you should only buy audiophile, you know, records and spend thousands of pounds on a setup. Bear in mind this is for somebody that's thinking of getting back into collecting records. I've looked for it again today and I can't find it. So I don't know if the chaps took it down or whatever. I think his name was, but don't quote me on this, I think his name was John the Audio Tech Guy, or Audio Tech Guy John. I've been in my history and it's not there anymore, so I don't know. But thank you to everybody that has commented on it. You know, it's just one of them things, we're all different, aren't we? I was just trying to, I wasn't having to go at the bloke, by the way. I was just trying to get through that if you was thinking of getting back into collecting records or vinyl or whatever you want to call it, the last thing I would have recommended anybody to do was be spending thousands of pounds on a setup for something that you might not like when you do it. I was trying to get through like how I'd do it, which is the way I did do it, by when I got back into collecting records, was to buy a cheap record player, one with built-in speakers. Went to my local record shop, to be honest, my local second-hand record shop, BPM, bought a few old LPs and a couple of singles and a couple of 12-inch singles, and that was it. And then gradually over time built it up, you know, upgraded slowly, which is the best way to do it. Don't go out and buy something thousands of pounds if you're not sure if this hobby is going to be for you. That's the point I was trying to make. I hope everybody understood that. I wasn't knocking anybody that does it. You know, if you know you like records and you want to go out and spend thousands of pounds on a new system, by all means do it, because you know what you know what to expect, don't you? I wasn't having to go at the issues or anything like that either. I do it, you know, I buy the issues. So I hope I've cleared that one up. But once again, thank you to everybody that is commenting that. I've had loads and loads of comments on that. In fact, I think it must be one of the videos I've had the most comments on since I started my channel. Anyway, I'm going to love you and leave you there. As always, thank you to everybody that's subscribing and leaving me comments and leaving me likes. If you've liked this video, leave me a comment or leave me a like. And if you're not subscribed, you know, just think about subscribing. It's free. It doesn't cost you anything. The more subscribers we get, the more the channel gets out to other people. So even by leaving me a like or a comment, apparently that helps. Don't really understand how it does it, but you know, just spread the word. Anyway, peace, love and happiness to you all. Whatever you're doing, please stay safe, and I'll catch you all on another video very, very soon. So until then, bye bye everybody.